When I was hired as the police chief in Carmel, I shared my thoughts and philosophy on community relationship building, which is supported by 3 pillars. I share these with you again to reiterate our philosophy and the philosophy shared by all of our officers here. The 3 pillars that support community relationships are: Pillar 1, trust. Without trust, we cannot do our job. Trust between the community and the police is paramount. The second pillar is respect. The police officers, as police officers, we understand the responsibility that comes with wearing a badge. The badge we wear is a symbol of public faith. With it, we are entrusted to two things: protect and serve. These responsibilities are defined in our law enforcement code of ethics, which we have all sworn to uphold. We, as your police, will continue to follow our code of ethics and respect the responsibility that comes from wearing this badge. The third pillar is love. Perhaps the least talked about pillar, but it's most important in law enforcement. Police officers have to love their community. They have to love serving people. They have to love helping people. And when we talk about love, it encompasses 2 things: compassion and empathy. Without love, compassion, and empathy, we cannot be effective police officers, and we cannot do our jobs. Every officer in the Carmel Police Department loves serving, and they love protecting this community. As law enforcement professionals, we need to recognize when we have officers in our agencies that are lacking these 3 pillars. We have to have the courage to address these officers and get them off the street so they don't injure people. As your police chief, I'm committed to working to improve police tactics, police wellness, and the continued effort to build positive relationships for all of law enforcement in our community in this country. I will enforce the law courteously and appropriately without fear or favor, malice or ill will, never employing unnecessary force or violence. Without love or compassion or empathy, we cannot do our jobs effectively. I assure you that the law enforcement officers in the Carmel Police Department follow these 3 pillars. As a law enforcement professional, we need to recognize when we have officers in our agencies that no longer have these 3 pillars, no longer have compassion, no longer have empathy, and recognize that they may be suffering mental illness. We need to have the courage, whether we're standing there watching an incident happen or we recognize these signs and symptoms that an officer might be having that will lead them down this path, to step in and take action. I assure you, as your police chief, if we have anybody in our agency that is moving in this direction, we will take action to get them help and keep them off the street from injuring people.
Thank you. I asked you many times nicely, and you forced me to do that, just so you know that. Okay? I didn't want to do that, but you forced me to do that. Yeah.
And it is those 3 pillars we're trying to accomplish. We want to build positive relationships in our communities where you trust us, you respect us, and you love us. That's what we're striving for. So I thank you for your time and thank you for listening.
Thank you, Chief. Very well said. Thank you for your leadership. It's without par. I'm very grateful for you and your leadership.
Thank you.